Fiddlesticks. Their champion. Yeah, epic. Anyway, so following the pattern and the usual question on the shit tier channel is that I try to explain champions in my own way and give opinions on whatever I find interesting and somehow try to make my mental state as stable as possible. Anyway, what the heck is a Fiddlesticks? Hey, did you know that the voice of Fiddlesticks is also the voice of Funtime Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's? I just thought that it's cool to see two of the franchises that I've followed since their upbringing have the same voice for totally different characters. While tangents aside, I'm supposed to be a League channel that's the only thing that I'm supposed to talk about, because I have no other knowledge on anything except for this game that runs me like a workhorse every time I open it up for an imaginary rank and a temporary fucking ego boost. I can't raise my voice, people are sleeping. Back to the fiddle diddle, and to my trusted source of information about this awful game, the League of Legends Wiki. According to said source, Fiddlesticks, the Ancient Fear, is a specialist. Not only that I'm extremely lost and sad, I also don't know what that means. So, let me just search it up, I guess. Yeah, so it just means that it's not a conventional champ. Oh. Okay. Thanks, motorcycle. They're scary, they've got claws, and have both ranged and melee auto attacks, depending on the distance, I guess. Fiddlesticks is situated somewhere between all the lanes called the jungle, where the Gromp lives, and many others, but in all honesty, I like the Gromp more. They're the best character jungle monster. Magic based and built as someone that can tank and a CC mage, I guess. Fiddle's playstyle is not of the normal stinky jungler. They're weak, they got no muscle, and they hate sunlight. In short, they're a NEET, just like me. They avoid any social interaction whatsoever and just go along with their day trying to avoid any problems. Because if someone does find them, they're fucked. They can't really fight alone, with the exception of being really sneaky and just surprising people with their playstyle they've been given. So in normal terms, Fiddle doesn't have the same kit as other junglers. They have extremely good clear, they're squishy early on, but has the best CC in the game, but is also vulnerable to being CC locked, like everybody else, I guess. Fiddle's passive is a harmless scarecrow. Instead of having wards and trinkets, Fiddle gets these things called scarecrow effigies. They look exactly like Fiddle in his idle animation and can be killed in one hit. Fiddle can also pretend to be an effigy if he stands still for 2 seconds or if you press Ctrl 5 and just stand still. Scarecrow effigies have no resource bars and just stand still until it either runs out or if an enemy goes near it or kills it. Fiddle, while pretending to be an effigy, has also its resource bars hidden, which is scary when you're against a good one because you have to play Where's Waldo every time you go into a neutral zone. When you get level 6, a harmless scarecrow also turns into a sweeper lens that sweeps for 6 seconds, revealing wards, traps, and as well as disabling the fucking truck. Are you fucking kidding me? So to condense everything that I've said for the past 30 seconds, Fiddle has little effigy boys that look just like him standing still but without health bars. At level 6, they have the ability to reveal and disable traps when placed and is his only way of stealth in the game. Wow, that was a lot. And the truck was there as well. Now, here's an ability that I love but hate to go up against. Fiddle's Q is Terrify. When cast, Fiddle screams at a target, dealing magic damage, a percentage of their maximum health, and fearing them for 1 second to a maximum of 2 seconds. This ability and its passive cannot be used against the same target until a certain cooldown, which can be seen on their feet. This ability is his bread and butter, but only the butter part, for the bread is his ult. I don't know why I said that, but let's just go ahead and just Mr. Jolster. This ability's passive is that if Fiddle is either unseen or in his effigy form, his abilities get to fear you. That's right. If you see a weird looking effigy outside a brush, you either get feared or just get 5 gold, but the gamble of being CC locked is a big oof. This passive is really scary when it comes to late game. So imagine trying to contest a 50-50 with the Drake, having no vision whatsoever and just being randomly CC'd by a suicidal pile of sticks, then dying to its team. In my experience, it's not fun. To explain, if you have no vision against the Fiddlesticks, you are going to get feared. And did I mention that the Q deals max health damage and magic damage? Anyway, moving on. Fiddlediddle's W is Bountiful Harvest. This ability can only be cast in the range of an enemy and can reveal said enemy when unseen. So it's like a Katarina ult, but it's something like not like a Katarina ult. When cast, Fiddle becomes your tether buddy for 2 seconds, channeling and dealing magic DPS. And when it reaches a maximum suck, deals more damage afterwards and healing himself for 30 to 50% of the damages. That was a dumb sentence that I wrote. Please forgive me. This of course can be broken if you just walk out of the range before its final tick of damage, making it go on cooldown. But if you get feared, you just get sucked regardless, and if a full cycle continues, the cooldown gets refunded by 60%. This also doesn't have a limit when it comes to targets, so you can put 50 minions near Fiddle and 5 champions and it'll suck every single one of you. Also, because of people abusing Fiddle mid and top, its minion healing is reduced to 15%. This ability can be comboed with your passive in Q. If you just sit still or hide in a bush, you can fear people with your W. To summarize, it's an ability that lets him heal and damage, and with a full cycle giving more damage. This is his main clear ability and is what you should max first, because yes. Reap is Fiddle's E. It's just a scythe slash. It's literally just a scythe slash. It's kind of hard to say. It deals magic damage and slows enemies hit. Enemies hit in the middle of the slash get silenced for 1.25 seconds, and that's about it. It's just the usual thing. If you combo this with your passive or just hide, you can get a fear proc from a faraway range, but it's also kind of hard to hit. So it's a meh ability, I guess. Finally, the bread. I don't know why I said that, but sure. This ability is his bread and butter, but only the butter part, for the bread is his ult. Crowstorm, in my opinion, is by far the scariest ability in League of Legends, with only Nocturne's Paranoia and Fear Beyond Death following this, which is where guts are. After T-posing for 1.5 seconds, you blink to a target location with a murder of crows in a big circle jerk for 5 seconds, dealing magic damage every 0.25 seconds, which is scary in itself, but let's go back to the Drake 50-50 scenario. This ability combined with his passive makes it possible to CC a whole entire team. So you best be careful when you're trying to contest something without vision and a Fiddle on the enemy team. Also, his ult animation is good. It's the scariest thing I've ever fucking seen in League of Legends. This ability is great, and with the right situation, vision, and team comp, you can just full sweep the whole entire fight, I guess. Now that all of that is out of the way, if someone is watching, thank you, I guess. Really, thank you. Even if it seems really hopeless to keep making these, I still enjoy the process, and really do hope that a few people that see this, or if people really do see this, they'd enjoy it, I guess. Anyway, bye!